So I want to speak to the facts, or rather to the experiences that have been coming through to me, which is with regards to being alone and feeling like we are alone in this world. And it's amazing to me because a few examples have come to me in other people's lives where they are blatantly saying that they feel alone, and one person even said that they felt like the world was structured so that we could feel alone. So that got me thinking, it got my heart pumping. I was like, why do we feel alone? Why, if we are all connected and all in this together, which is a fact, it's an absolute fact, and it's proven by physics now, that everything is connected. How do we feel alone? And that brought me around to this idea of the fact that we don't feel safe with each other. We don't feel safe in this world. And we're not because we don't feel, it's not that we don't feel safe because of we don't have enough money or whatever the case is. We don't feel safe because we don't trust each other. We don't trust the people that we're walking past on the streets. We don't trust our family. We don't trust the people close to us. We don't trust ourselves. And because there's this lack of trust, yes, inwards and outward, which is reflecting in our society, there's parts of us in every single person, maybe different, obviously different parts, but all essentially that are feeling alone because they feel they cannot express themselves to the world. They feel that they cannot express their truth to the world. Why? Because look around us. Look around at some of the shit that goes on, and the judging that happens, and the you versus you, and the me versus them, and it really can stem down to judgment. There's so much judgment, there's so much criticism, there's so much there wanting to pull us down and be like, no, no, no. And we buy into that. The same person that feels alone, every single one of us that feels alone, buy into the same thing that's making us feel alone. There we go, feeling alone inside of our bedroom, and as soon as we walk out the door, and as soon as we go to any social gathering, then, we might start talking about another person in a negative way. Forgetting that fucking 10 minutes ago I was feeling alone. Forgetting that I'm connected to everybody. That I am that person. That person is me. It's not some esoteric bullshit, it's fact. That person is you. Whatever you're reflecting to, whatever you are seeing negative in the world, it's you. It's you being shown back to you. All the shadow that's happening in the world is us getting reflected back to ourselves. Don't put yourself on a pedestal. We are all equal, all unique. We are all equal and we are all connected. Don't put yourself on a pedestal because you think you're better than somebody else. Because somebody else has maybe a mental disease. Because somebody else is fatter than you. Because somebody else has less money than you. All these superficial things. It's amazing because we have become almost, it seems in my opinion, that we have become addicted to this fucking shit, to the pain, and we're not even aware of it. It's part of our journey, it's part of our evolution. But we must start waking up to the fact that that same reason that you feel alone, or rather the same person that feels alone is the same person that goes out there and reflects into the outside world. And that same action, those same intentions that we hold subconsciously when we're moving through the day, is what is causing us to feel alone. When we're not alone, we are so supported in this journey. Feel the support. Are you fucking kidding me? If you want food, more cases than not, you've got food. If you want water, more cases, you've got water. If you need time to go think about something, you've got that time. If you want to go create something, you've got that opportunity to create it. You can take any person's situation and you can see the amount of blessings that is there. They might not be material blessings, but the fact of the matter is that they have air pumping into their fucking lungs. They have blood pumping through their veins. And they have the heart pumping that blood. And they are here living and experiencing. The one thing that I want to get across here is that, yes, in my opinion, and from these experiences that I've been having and people that I've talked to, is that we can start to feel less alone when we start to allow ourselves to be the person that we are and to love ourselves fully. And in order to do that, we must allow the other people to do it as well. We have to allow everybody else to do it. We cannot go and put judgment and shit on other people and expect them or expect that to hold weight and then look back at ourselves and expect us to move forward if we're holding that judgment with others. It's a law of your mind. It's a law of the universe, the law of allowance, the law that we must allow others to create the world how they need to create it, no matter what we think about it. No matter what we think about it, because we are being allowed to create our world how we want. So if I'm allowed to create my world how I want, what stops or what gives me the right to even start to believe that I should change somebody else? Or that I should even think about changing somebody else. We're all souls here learning a particular lesson that needs to be learned collectively, together. We have no idea of what that person that we are judging or what that person that we're looking on the outside and reflecting and projecting to. We have no idea what circumstances got them to that point. We have no idea what has happened. We have no idea about the other infinite amount of parts of them that exists, that have existed through their life. We don't know the trials and tribulations that they've gone through. And yes, it does not necessarily excuse them for making maybe shitty choices and stuff, but we must allow them. In my own point of view, we must allow them, because if we don't allow them, we attach ourselves to them. A law of your mind, that however you are holding other people is how you hold yourself. And if you aren't allowing others, that means you aren't allowing yourself. It's a law of allowance. It's a law of the universe. I'm not entirely sure, but it feels like an absolute law, absolute truth, no matter what reality we try and conjure up, that is an absolute truth. That's what it feels to me. I can't say for certain, but it feels that way. Because that's what's operating. That's what's true for us. And so, to bring it back, just the next time you feel alone, feel it. And hold on to that. Feel it. Understand it. And then realize whenever you go more forward in time, and then you're back in that state of that little scoundrel that's judging and doing shit, which is valid and all that kind of stuff, but don't buy the illusion that scoundrel's giving you, because take yourself back to that time you felt alone. We quickly forget about the trials and pain that we feel, and we're quick to put it onto the outside world rather than take responsibility and deal with it over here. There's no need to feel alone in the world. And I, for one, have been inside of myself petrified at times to express my truth to the world, to the social media platforms, even though I've got just under 200 followers and 50 people following on a regular basis. It still feels like I'm talking to the world. And I can relate with the fact that I've kept myself trapped. And yes, because of my own insecurity and because of my own workings that needed to be done to become so deeply connected that I can be so confident in myself to express my truth no matter what the repercussions are, but that knowing that I'm expressing my truth. We need to start creating a world where we can accept each other for what we are and who we are, rather than suppress. What good is there in suppressing somebody's nature? What are we learning from that? What are they learning from that? Ask yourself those questions. There's no need to be alone. There's no need for us to feel alone. We're supported. The entire universe is supporting us. Think about it. Think about it. So much love, guys. Hey, just know I'm allowing and unconditionally loving you for the way that you're creating your world. No matter how it is. Back yourself. Have faith in yourself. You're not alone.